Okay, so fewer of us went to the Boxing Day sales, apparently. Figures falling for the third year in a row. What is going on, Sean?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Apparently there were still some people out at 4 a.m. in the morning yesterday morning, but not the kind of scale that we were seeing in previous years. Morning, everybody. It used to be massive, didn't it? People camping out in streets to bag a bargain on Boxing Day. But on the whole, that isn't really happening anymore. So we've got these latest figures from Springboard. They monitor high street visits, number of people hitting the shops. Overall, visits to the shops on Boxing Day were down 3.1% on the same day last year. Now, interestingly, though, the traditional high street, I mean, how often do we talk about struggles there? That didn't do too badly. That was down 0.3% on last year's Boxing Day, but number of people hitting retail parks, shopping centres, that was down a lot more. Now, all of this means, as Louise was saying, it's the third year in a row Boxing Day is seeing fewer people in stores. So where is this taking us? Well, let's have a chat to Kate Hardcastle. She's with us this morning, retail expert from Insight with Passion. Morning, Kate.
Good morning.
Were you one of those 4 a.m. yesterday morning?
You know I wasn't. No, it's not for me. I think there are better bargains to come if you're a bargain hunter, and the discounts are already pretty big, certainly bigger than we've seen at this time of year before, because we've had this continued discounting from Black Friday, mid-November.
Do shoppers know that, though, or is there just a feeling that there's going to be a discount at some point over the year? There's no need to be out and about the day after Christmas Day.
I think this is such a salient point, because I think this mentality of constant discount isn't just driving a very savvy customer, but it's actually doing real damage to some of the brands out there. Because if you know a brand's in perpetual discount, why do you have any incentive to buy at full price at any point of the year? So they're trying to chop the discounts up in different ways and adding extra value. But there's a real dilemma in terms of how retailers can get to full price and full glory again amidst all of this other challenge we've got in terms of online shopping versus offline shopping, and also the experience economy, which is people buying things like drumming lessons and spa treatments for Christmas gifts rather than just material stuff. Yeah,
because all this stuff doesn't take into account online sales figures. But in the next couple of weeks, we will start to hear from the retailers about how they've done. How do you think it's gone? Is it a bloodbath or a survival?
My gut feel is that it's going to be a really challenging time for all those mid-market brands. I think the discounters will have performed well. I think some of the high-end shops and unique brands will have. And I think some of our independent retailers, who are just, you know, the saviours of some high streets, will have had a reasonable time. But I think generally the middle market will be carved once again. And what isn't surprising is that news, but the consistency of that message for 8, 9, 10 years now. Where's the hope? Where's the change?
Different topic that we're talking about this morning, plastic bags, plastic use in shops. Now, there's been a huge move in the number of single-use carrier bags used in our supermarkets, 15 billion odd to 3 billion odd, I think, but still a large amount being used, 3.5 billion still a lot. Do you think the move from 5p to 10p, if it goes ahead, would actually make any difference?
What I'm a little confused about, and you're quite right, the bag campaign and the charge on it has made massive differences, is we've got so many other battles to fight within plastic and issues and excess packaging, for instance, in supermarkets. You know, for instance, a banana has got its own packaging. Why do we need to put excesses there? So I think whilst the bag campaign's been brilliant, and if you leverage it more, it might have a marginal difference, there are much bigger battles to fight in terms of how we can reduce packaging in retail.
And who's fighting that? Is it the supermarkets, do you think, or do they still need to be told by the government, you need to do more, you need to be charging more, you need to stop using certain containers?
I think the more pressure there is and the more financial pressure is, the more change will happen sooner.
Interesting. Kate, thank you very much. Kate Hardcastle there from Insight with Passion. Well, Louise, still discounts out there then?
It's very
don't
interesting.
Feel like you've missed them.
Very interesting what she says about full price as well. Thanks both very much indeed.